What's up, y'all? Check out Goodbars and Cheating Women on Vimeo. A link is in the description box. Yeah, on demand video. You know what? People will say a lot about what I say in my couch videos, car videos. At some point, I'm gonna start doing counter videos again. But when I do that, eh, gotta set up a light and then turn off the refrigerator. But because it's loud. But anyway, check out Good Bars and Cheating Women on Vimeo. I'll be talking about the good bars. Of course, people who follow me know those are the guys. That's why I label the guys at the top of the sexual pyramid, the top of the sexual hierarchy. When I talk selecting and non-selecting, don't had nothing to do with some money or anything. It's strictly who's on top of the sexual pyramid. And then cheating women. I'm gonna tell you what, a lot isn't spoken about these women out here cheating. Yeah, all this focus is on the men cheating, but let's just be real. Let's be real. You got whole websites, pages, Reddits, private sites where women are talking about how they cheating and how they, getting out of a dead bedroom, and then in the real world, a woman, she might have that ring on, but she's saying her and her husband are roommates, and that's definitely code for like they ain't getting down, and it happens, and I'm gonna touch on the sexual shadow world in this, because really the sexual shadow world, all that really is where women can be free sexually, and it's the males who are invited into that world are mostly good bars, not all, but I'm gonna get in the men who the exceptions to those good bars. I talk about that in the video. And one of the things I'm gonna give something that, well, I touched on it in Nice Guys and Players, my main book, my international bestseller. I touched on it, but it's funny, nobody seems to talk about it. It's one part nobody talks about. They talk about everything else. They don't talk about this one part. But it's something that really gets women. I've only seen two other authors actually touch on it, talk about it. Like one in particular, I ain't gonna give the names because I don't like when people be cheating. You gotta buy my shit. All right, I ain't gonna give the names, but it's just a reality with women. That's the one thing. A lot of guys, in fact, it's funny. You get a lot of guys call themselves red pill or even black pill, stuff like that. And they don't ever talk about just this one point. It's amazing. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, definitely check it out because I really break down the dynamics there. I really break down the dynamics when, not even so much that they cheat, but how they cheat, how to recognize they'll cheat, and then who they'll cheat with, the personality traits of who they'll cheat with. Because despite what some people think, yeah, the physical appearance, body, and all that comes into it, but then there's a very important personality, behavioral characteristic that women will look for in that side man. Very important. And it's something I've spoken on before, but like a lot of things goes over some guys' heads. I'm gonna tell you something just real quick, and I probably need to do a whole video on it. Sometimes people make things too difficult, too complicated. It ain't that deep on some shit. It really ain't, Or even when I talk about that, I always talk about that sex worker secret. There's some guys who actually guessed it and said it. And I said, yeah, that's it. And they was like, oh, no, that can't be it. Let me keep looking. Okay. Sometimes the most seemingly complicated things and problems can be solved with a simple answer. It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep, But I want y'all to check that out, though. I want y'all to check that out. And because, on my on-demand videos, that's where I get deeper into stuff. That's where I get deep. And that's where you can really make a change. You understand it, you take in the knowledge, you apply the knowledge, then you'll see some real changes. See, understand something. A lot of guys, want the women and everything. Well, obviously, if you're not getting the women as you are, you need to change something. And it could be your physicality. It could be having style. Definitely your mindset. Some issue with your personality. You know, it's something. It's something. And let me say something just real quick, and I probably need to do a separate video on this. A man takes self-accountability. So the power of change ain't in the women. The power of change and development is within you. If 20 women reject you, that's not on the women. The only thing they had in common was you. You need to look inside, see why they reject you, and then change that, and then you can change the rejections to acceptance. But I know some guys gonna still push it back against that. It's like, okay, keep living the life you're gonna live. Meanwhile, the men who take self-responsibility, work on themselves, they the ones who empower. They the ones getting solid relationships out here. Whether they want to be a player, whether they want to be monogamous, with attractive women. Because that's just the nature of man. In fact, that's my whole thing, is self-development. Now, this whole thing, Goodbars and cheating women, I want to share that dynamic because it's not talked about enough. We don't have enough conversations on who women are cheat with and why they will cheat with them. Because that's a big part in relationships. That is a major part in relationships. How we going? People want to get together, have all these discussions, but they want to leave out women cheating. They talk about men cheating all the time. Shoot, we'll admit to it. We get caught. But shoot, a woman, she can go to her grave. She could have had a long-running relationship with somebody for 30 years and go to her grave and nobody knows. They'll just wonder why this random dude is in the back at the funeral. They'd be like, And sometimes he might not show up. But they doing some stuff. So, you know what? I said, okay, I'm gonna give you a perspective. And especially this one thing, like I said, is not addressed enough. And, I thought about doing some more videos on this particular thing, but actually I have. If people actually, just real quick, sometimes if people, instead, you get some people, they'll listen to 2 minutes of a video or see the title, they already comment. I can tell whenever I put out a video, especially like a car video or something, I know the video 30 minutes, somebody commenting in 5 minutes, I'm like, you don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. And indeed, you get some people, they'll have long comments and shit. I was like, don't got shit to do with what I'm talking about. But that's some other stuff. But check out Goodbars and cheating women. And like I said, it got some powerful, you can call it game strategy, insight, dynamic in there. Once you understand, I put it like this, once you understand this one, it's just one little thing. I don't even talk about it, maybe a minute, 2 minutes talking about it. But you understand that one little thing, then you start looking at shit differently. You start understanding like women and who they go for, who they don't go for a little bit better. So anyway, check it out. A link is in the description box. And, learn something. And shoot. And you know what's funny? I know the guys who will fit into that Goodbar category, they're just going to be nodding their head. They'll get it and be like, yeah. Some other guys, it's going to be over their heads if they get it. But just sit back and just learn some shit. All right? So anyway, I get back with y'all. I'll give y'all one of my regular car videos tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but it's I gotta still make my money. And just for those who wonder, YouTube ain't my only income source, and I don't work on a job. So I'm a businessman. I got a lot of shit going. But anyway, and as far as game, I give y'all a lot of free stuff. I gotta pay for this, and you only paying shit $9.99. So links in the description box. Check it out. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all. Peace.